What is up? It is Big Char Trades back with another video, and in this video I am going to be recapping my trade from today where I made around $808 across 7 of my accounts, totaling out to $5,600 on the day. So let's get into it, starting off on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we swept into this 4-hour bullish gap right here. We also had the same gap on ES. As you can see right here, it looks better respected on ES. And then dropping down to the 1-hour time frame, we traded into this hourly fair value gap right here. And ES did not even touch that fair value gap, so we had bullish SMT. We also had red folder news coming into this morning at 8:30. And as you can see, we dumped, but if you guys watched my video, you know that when we have red folder news, we make data lows and data highs, right? So data lows and data highs, like I've mentioned in other videos, act as session highs and session lows, right? So if data lows get swept first, we go higher. If data highs get swept first, we go lower. So coming into the market at around 8:35, we swept data lows since the news was at 8:30, right? Data highs, data lows is at 8:30 candle. We swept data lows, so my draw on liquidity coming into today was data highs. Now dropping down to the 2-minute time frame, as we can see, we just market opened right here and we just started pushing to the upside. I initially wanted us to resweep this low for a nice long to like this internal high or something, but we just started pumping. So I saw this 2-minute fair value gap right here being pretty well respected. As you can see, we never even tapped into the CE of that fair value gap. And since it was respected, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a long off of a retest. So right here on this retest, on this down close candle, I entered probably like right here. Stop went at this candle's low, so like a 12-point stop. And then final TP was initially data highs. And as we can see, the trade is playing out right now. But I actually ended up cutting the trade right here and collected like 38 points instead. I cut the trade here because at this point in time, ES traded into this bearish fair value gap, and we were respecting the CE of this bearish fair value gap, right? And that is a bearish confluence for me, right? We're nearly at data highs. We're at this rejection block on the NASDAQ, and we're respecting the CE of this candle right here. As you can see, we respected that CE. When I say the CE, I mean the midpoint of that fair value gap. So we had that bearish SMT as well as this rejection block. I just didn't feel comfortable, so I cut it. I think I cut it like here or at this rejection block, somewhere around there. Because in my rule book, I cut at SMT. This was also a premature cut, a little bit just because, we respected the CE. We already had this SMT on the way up. I just didn't really feel comfortable holding through that CE just because price was being a little bit unpredictable. So that was the trade from today. Super nice trade. Very happy with this trade, and it looks like this trade is about to go ahead and hit the final TP right here. Now, if you don't know what a rejection block is, this is a rejection block. As you can see, price came up here, swept these highs, and then immediately dumped and made those data highs and data lows. But this is a rejection block, very strong down close candle, big wick, relatively a big wick right there. But that was my trade from today. So if you took this trade, let me know in the comments below. I literally read all my comments. So if you have anything to say at all, just go ahead and let me know. Subscribe if you feel like it. Also, join the fucking narrative if you want. The link is in the description. And if you want to get entered to potentially win an entire trade setup, right, an entire trading setup, which is a PC, a chair, and a monitor, Alpha Futures is literally giving me a trading setup to give away to you guys. So if you want to do that, you can click the link in the description, the Alpha Futures link, use my code, and you are automatically entered once you use my code. So with that being said, have a great rest of your day. Happy Thursday, and peace out.